It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Play action. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago.
6 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
That caught by Manhertz.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense. Now, what do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of a field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 72 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll set up to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Second down and inches. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
We got this.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a first and 10 at the 18. Now they try the right side here. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
There's Manhurts, the tight end. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Extra point forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now out come the Jets. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw on target to Godwin here.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again here, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. Short throw to Disley. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Short throw to Disley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
1st down, New York.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Play, it'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quick.
Read his keys. The football.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That'll 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Wilson. Catch, it's Crowder. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Come on now, let's go.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, he'll get this one complete to Davis. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They run with Thomas. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now it's Patterson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Flushed out right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll lead here to a third down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Now it's Patterson.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Dalvin Cook, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were. Reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. He'll look to throw.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Second and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
A quick pass here to Godwin.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. On third down, Wilson. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Hard running at the 15. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I hope we're giving that respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. There's Wilson to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside, as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Carlson able to put this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that's understanding where the markers are because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker.
Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second and 1. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick slant to Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Here we go. Set. It's money. It's money. That's the run. That's the run. Let up. Let up.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. Like they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Coup for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati. So now trying to make amends. On 1st down, Wilson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Open man has got one. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
We play to win. Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And now here's a carry heading left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a 1-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Powering forward. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
125 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Touchdown, Jets. Will Disley, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Well, we know Someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
14, he's going deep. Get him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will find Ridley on the left side.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Back to throw again.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Trying to power it ahead with Watt. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Let's go.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run everything you've got in the first half, and they adjust in the second half and start to play better.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it. Up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And able catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. New York ready to go again offensively. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw.
That's caught by Pitts. And he's going to have a 1st down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the...